What is going on, everyone? We are here for week 2 of the Mazda MX-5 from the beginning track guide roundup for the week. So this week we have gone to Okayama short course. Very unique layouts, lots of interesting racing this week, as you'll see in the video. Unfortunately, we only actually got time to do one race this week, so we're only going to be talking about the point score. We're not actually going to show you a race where we play. We're actually going to jump to some practice laps that we did with a teammate, and also when we were in just an official server with a guy that we met in the server, and we're going to talk a little bit more about racecraft today. So really appreciate everybody that's been tuning into this series. I hope that you're getting something out of it. It's been pretty cool to start at the beginning and give you guys sort of like an in-depth look into what we do and how we go about it. So hope you're enjoying it. Really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up on the video, and share it with somebody that's a big fan of motorsport as well. So let's get into week 2 recap at the MX-5s at Okayama North. Alright guys, so now we're going to break down the recap from this week's racing. So we finished in first position for the first race. Unfortunately, we only had enough time to do one race this week, so we'll just give you a little breakdown. We were third split. Strength of field was 1400. We had the fastest lap of the race by 4/10. Our average race pace was about 7/10 of a second faster, so it worked out quite well. We didn't get much safety. We had no incidents, but we did have a little issue in qualifying and had a spin on our out lap, so that would be what affected us safety for the week. But we're not really interested in safety now that we're D-class, so we're looking more at the I rating gain. We had a lovely gain of 86 I rating for the week, so that puts us at 1612 for this week's racing, so pretty happy with that. 84 championship points, so that should be quite good. So now we'll just jump across and look at our championship standings to see where we're at for the rookie for week 2. Alright, so as we look at the championship standings, we've selected rookie as our division because that's what division we are, because we've just started. And so first place in the championship currently has done 2 weeks of racing, and their total score is 196 championship points. They've had 7 starts, 1 win, 6 top 5s. So they've had a pretty solid week. They've only led a solid 2 weeks. They've only led 8 laps, and they've had quite a few incidents. So let's scroll down to where we are. So looking 16th, and we are currently P20 in the championship. So 196 to 164. So we're about 32 points behind at the moment, which is a gap, but it's not too much of a gap. We still got another 10 weeks of racing to go, obviously, and in that, every week we get a little bit better with our I rating, and we keep going forward. We're going to get into higher strength of fields. We're going to score more championship points, and that's going to put us higher in the championship. So currently at the moment, P20, and really when you look at it, we're only 31 points off of a podium, so not looking too bad at the moment. We've had 2 incidents the whole series so far. The guy in third's had 1, and he's on a very similar sort of strategy with underplaying his race start. So there's quite a few guys in front of us that have had 2 weeks, 17 starts. Like, yes, he's got a good point score at the moment, but once it starts to average out, it's going to actually hurt him. So very interesting to see where that's all at the moment. But yeah, we're sticking to the less than 4 races a week rule and going from there.
Alright guys, so as you can see, we've just jumped into a session with a couple of teammates. We've got Scott that have just passed on the outside there, and we've got the other Scott L in front. So we're just doing a little racecraft battle here, and we thought I'd film a bit of it and just show you what we're doing. So you can see Scott I caught him really quick, so I backed out of the throttle. I've actually missed the apex because I've got Scotty B beside me at the moment, but then I get a good run out of the exit and I drive around him. Now we're watching Scott L in front, and you can see he's moving around quite a bit in the rear of the car, sliding, so we knew something was coming here. So as we come out of this corner, we try and get a bit close, and we do the little dummy, so we move out of the mirrors and then come back in the mirrors, which sort of upsets him a little bit in a way that he sort of brakes a little bit later and then he makes a little mistake. So we aim for the smoke so we avoid him, so that we can try and get around him without hitting him. Unfortunately, Scott B got a decent run and got around on the inside because he saw it happening in front of us. So if the guy that has the spin holds his brake, it's really easy to predict where he's going. So try and get a good run out of here to try and catch back up to Scotty B. Get a pretty decent exit. And we start to head back on, and we're going to try and pass him. So as we come down into one, nice big brake pressure. I brake just a little bit later than him. I'm very good on the entry into the corner. Get nice and close. I look to set up, and then I quickly dive when he misses the apex. I use a little bit of curb to rotate the car around. I'm patient. I still hold my line, and there you go, guys. That's how I completed the pass around Scotty B. Alright guys, so now what we're doing is we're just watching the driver in front and just trying to understand what they're doing. So we can see here they've got a little bit of a weakness. They don't turn the car in early enough. So we're starting to sort of take note of what the driver's doing. As you can see there, I messed my line up, so it put my balance off coming into the corner. So then coming again down into this corner, same again, he's just a little bit wide. He's trying to cut back, but it's just causing him a little bit of problems on the entry. So I see that he does what I did the lap before, so I start to come back at him here. As I come down, I just dive out of the mirrors a little bit. As you can see, he makes a slight mistake and it gives me the opening on the inside here. So I stay to the outside, hoping that I can get the cross back, but he does well to check me up in the middle of the apex, so I can't get the run there. So that was really good driving. As we come down here, nice big brake pressure. He gets slightly loose on entry. I get the car a little bit tighter and I use a little tiny bit more road on the exit, so you can see I get that nice run onto the front straight. So he noticed me coming, so he goes to the inside. So I go back to the racing line to try and brake deeper, which I do. We're side by side through the apex of the corner. He just gets ahead of me. I try to cut back, but he covers me. So I knew that wasn't going to work there. So then I stay to the outside. I'm patient, he's still there. I try and cut back across to open the corner up quicker so I can get to throttle 100% quicker. I get a nice run. He goes to the inside again, so I go back to the outside to the racing line. I'm going to try and hold him up right. He goes in a little bit deeper, and then I'm able to get a run back on him on the outside. I'm trying to cut back again. I go back to Thirst to try and get some rotation in the car, but it just doesn't work. He's got the upper hand on me there, so unfortunately that didn't work that time. Through the last complex of corners, nice big brake pressure again. I'm at the apex where Scott wasn't able to get to the apex, as you can see. So as we run down into turn one again, he goes to cover the inside. So I know that he's going to do this again, and I know that his weakness is in turn two. So as we come down into the blue cone braking zone, nice big brake pressure again. I make sure that as I go to cover, I knew he was going to cover the inside like he did, so I held it around the outside and I was able to clear him before we even got to the next corner. I brake later than him there, so it was quite easy to actually get past him in the end. So there you go, guys. That's how you make a clean pass and analyse the guys in front of you. Alright guys, so this is a little official practice video that we got. It slowed down a little bit with no audio, but this is a guy that we were having a little battle with, and you can see here he did the same thing as we were talking about with Scott, but he runs the car a lot deeper in. I'm able to come right back at him on the inside and get right up beside him. So that's how you sort of create the switchback move. But as you can see, as we continue on through the lap, we both go side by side through here. I give him enough room by using a little bit extra curb than I would normally be comfortable with, and I dive to the apex. But because he's on my outside, I actually have to check the car up a little bit more, and it gives him the run out. So it's just another way of racing where these cars you can flow a little bit more. So I hope this helps you just to understand the way these things work.
Alright guys, so that's our recap for week 2 of the MX5 from the beginning rookie series. I hope this has helped you this week. Hope you've got a little bit of an understanding with our racecraft and how we go about practicing and learning how to sort of understand where the car's being placed and what sort of situations you put yourself in can actually overcome or help or hinder your advantage or disadvantage on the circuit. So hopefully this has helped you a little bit. Let us know in the comments below. We're looking forward to continue to build this over the following weeks, and look forward to seeing you next week for week 3's recap. Make sure you stay tuned for the week 3 MX5 track guide that will be due out Wednesday night. And till then, guys, we will see you then. Thanks.